Scout rifles and hand cannons aren't really the best weapons in Crucible. It's a show run by the auto rifles really, but after doing the time to kill comparisons for auto rifles, I thought I'd take the same approach with the semi-auto weapons. But first I need to make an update. In the previous video I assumed that player health was exactly 200, and that there was no way to vary that. Well, it turns out, based on your subclass, you can have slightly different health, or armor, or however it works out. As I recall, it was Datto and Level Cap found that there was a 2-hit difference when using roughly 11 damage bullets in hits to kill between minimum and maximum possible armor values based on the subclasses, and that would put the possible health variation somewhere between about 12 and 32. In some cases, that could change the number of hits to kill. In other cases, it won't. It depends on the weapon, headshots or body shots, all sorts of stuff. And given that we don't have more specifics for now, I'm just going to keep working with the 200 health player assumption. Though note that with a lot of the hand cannons, it's right at 200 health for 1 headshot and 2 body shots. And so sometimes that'll be a kill, sometimes it won't. Looking at online Destiny weapon databases, it seems possible that there may be up to 4 different hand cannon and 4 different scout rifle rates of fire and damage model possibilities out there, but I've only been able to locate one for hand cannon firing at 138 rounds per minute, doing 57 base damage, 86 headshot damage. For scout rifles, the most common type is 180 rounds per minute with 39 base damage, 58 headshot damage. There are also a few 150 RPM scout rifles with 46 base damage, 69 headshot damage. And finally, I haven't been able to get my hands on it, but the Dead Orbit guy appears to have a scout rifle with 200 RPM. Okay, now with auto rifles we saw that the time to kill with the guns were all the same. It didn't matter how fast they shot. It was either 0.8 of a second for all headshots or 1.2 seconds for all body shots. So how do scout rifles and hand cannons stack up? For all headshots, they're quite competitive with auto rifles. There's a concerning part here where the 180 RPM guns have a time to kill of 1 second with 4 headshots, but at the same time if they reduced that to 3 headshots, then they would be the fastest killing guns in the game. And again, Destiny, like Call of Duty, has tied rates of fire to frame rates, so they're kind of limited in what they can do here. But obviously the really concerning part is all body shots with scout rifles, up at 1.6 seconds. That's twice what it takes to kill someone with all headshots with an auto rifle. If Bungie reduced the number of body shots to kill for scout rifles, then the 150 RPM guns would match the auto rifles, and the 180 RPM guns still wouldn't be as fast as the auto rifles. So there you have it. By the numbers, scout rifles slower to kill with body shots than auto rifles. The maps in Destiny don't really favor the mid to longer range gunfights that might favor the scout rifles. It's not practical, fun, or that frequent. And if you do get in one of those situations, well, just pull out your sniper rifle secondary that you can always carry around. I was surprised there wasn't more variation with the magazine size on the hand cannons. It seems like you just want to take the largest magazine possible for hand cannons. There's no reason not to do anything else. They're not entirely serious, but they can be fun. Semi-auto weapons present a few challenges that full auto weapons don't, especially in Destiny. First of all, there's trying to fire the weapon as fast as possible. Though it seems to be fairly forgiving, if you let go of the trigger and pull it again, it'll fire anyway as soon as it can. It's possible to mess up, and you can fire at less than the optimum rate of fire, and getting used to that can be weird. The other thing is that in Destiny, both hand cannons and scout rifles have a lot of recoil. Hand cannons are something extreme, and it's more about just pointing the middle of your screen at the guy's head and pulling the trigger as fast as possible, and not paying attention to the sights after the first shot, just hoping the aim assist will do whatever it needs to in order to get you that kill. Scout rifles have less extreme recoil, but it can still be an issue, especially at close to mid-ranges where the frame of the sight will bounce up and cover up a lot of your target, making it hard to track them as they strafe back and forth. And again, just like the hand cannons, you'll find that using the optic when firing at the maximum rate of fire is difficult because it recovers from the recoil right as you're going to fire the next shot. It makes accurately tracking moving targets and recoil compensation fairly difficult. Well guys, I hope you found the video entertaining and informative, even if the conclusion was mostly just don't use scout rifles for now and only hand cannons if you want to fool around. Hopefully Bungie does something to improve this. I know they're going to change auto rifles, but we'll just have to see how things go. But if they don't make any significant changes to auto rifles, I think they need to cut down on the number of body shots for scout rifles to kill. It's too high right now. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.